I have been in Google for more than 10 years, and I witnessed how the company evolved, adapt, and changed. And oftentimes people ask me, what does Economist do in Google? Actually, we are doing a lot of different things. Actually, right now, if you go to Facebook, there's an Economist in tech industry friends group. You can actually join it and find out what we do. Personally, actually, my expertise area is economy, microeconomy, and micro, and also cost inference, prediction, and forecast. And today, even though my talk is about SMEs, you will notice how some of the economic methods and approaches are actually used to help companies to grow. So we all know we are in the internet world, and every day billions of users around the world are turned to their nearest devices to help making decisions. This is about whether they want to, where they want to go, what they want to buy, or where they party. So more than anywhere else, these moments, these actions are taking place in Google and YouTube. Furthermore, also we noticed Internet of Things has been a buzzword for the last 2 or 3 years, but recently it's been replaced by artificial intelligence. Because every few years there's new things coming up. And these days, your cars, your appliances, and everything else right now are interconnected, and more data has been collected. But it doesn't stop here. So users these days are moving seamlessly across many devices and between offline and online. So in these slides, we just show some of the stats we collected from various different studies. What we noticed that is at least 90% of people right now are using multiple screens for everyday activities. In the office, they use a laptop. When they're out, they use a mobile. At night, before they go to bed, they use their, Use a tablet. So it's a very similar multi-device, multi-screen world. And people right now, before they go offline to shop, they also search before they get there. So mobile, at this moment, is really your personal assistant. There's many apps, many applications right now developed to help mobile become your personal assistant. So how do SMBs succeed in this digital world? I think SMBs have a lot of challenges. Different from the large companies or multinationals, they don't have a lot of data. Also, they don't have a lot of expertise. Furthermore, they don't have a big advertising budget. So how are they going to succeed in this kind of ecosystem? Here, I'm actually proposing 4 focus areas. The first one, know your customers. Figure out who you're targeting, because more than likely, you're in the niche world. Second, you really want to provide a very good experiences for the users, for the customers. Third, you probably want to advertise, but you don't have a big budget. You really have to target and reach the right people. The last one, this is one I'm really good at, it's about metrics. How do you make data-driven decisions? How do you collect metrics? As I mentioned earlier, as an econometrician, I spent a lot of time trying to understand causal inference. Does A cause B or B cause C? Actually, it turned out this is a really difficult question. So Google actually spent a lot of time trying to understand these metrics and trying to understand really advertising can help a large number of advertisers. All right, if you don't know it, Google Trends and play with it. Here I'm just showing a little example. Before a user wanted to go to a department store to do a Black Friday shopping, he or she might likely to start the journey from the search. And then he or she might watch the YouTube video to find a promotion. And the very last, before she or he goes to the department store, he might use the map to do that. So as you notice, this journey is very fragmented, but he or she are living on the Google ecosystem. So here I'm showing one of the charts I've been showing to retailers. This is using Google Trends. So these data you can pull yourself. Basically, I just want to show how what we call the global peak season started about a few years ago. Everybody probably heard about China's single-day sale, right? It's happened on November 11th. But every other country actually took the note of it because digital retail, it turned out users love sales. And all these different countries are creating this artificial, man-made shopping holidays. What I'm going to show you here is how each country actually were changing over the last few years. So US, this is Google Trends. For retail, actually, this is shopping query trends. Blue lines for 2016, the red lines for 2014. What you notice that US started this Black Friday thing many years ago. But every single year, we notice this trend gets higher and more intense. So you need the blue line is higher than the red line. But what we noticed that the other countries really followed it. UK didn't quite have this Black Friday thing in 2014, but in 2016, look at it. There's a huge Black Friday here as well. Look at Brazil. Brazil also invented this holiday as well. I don't know about Taiwan. Does Taiwan has a heightened seasonality during certain season? But anyway, but we notice this is what we call the global peak season. It's happening, it gets crazier and crazier every year. And we can totally notice that just from this little tool called Google Trends. So play with it. That's our first point. Second point is how do we give consumers what they want in their terms within a seamless experience? The first thing I want to pitch is what we call mobile optimized sites. I've been in Taiwan for 2 days. I use Google Maps to look for some stores, some retailers. And what I noticed, a lot of them don't even have mobile optimized sites at all. They usually just have one page somewhere in Facebook or Yahoo. But a couple of years ago, I did a causal inference study, just trying to understand when advertisers change their website to mobile optimized sites, how much better the user experiences gets. At this moment, this is actually stats from a few years ago. 70% of finance clients in US already have mobile optimized sites. I bet it's going to be like nearly 100% at this moment in US. And SMBs really need to follow up and make sure the websites no longer lives on the desktop. They really need a mobile sites. And speed really matters, because a lot of users, when they notice they go to the app, they go to the site, it's too slow to upload or download, they gave up. They just go to competitor sites. These stats actually are from studies done in 2012 and 13, so a little out of date, but I bet every number is a little higher these days. 40% customers will abandon their site and take over 3 seconds to load. 29% of smartphone users will immediately switch to another site or app. It's too clumsy or slow. 1 in 5 dissatisfied visitors will never return to the website where the problems have occurred. The second thing is when you build a mobile optimized site, what should you do? Actually, Google developed several guiding principles. The whole idea is actually make sure your mobile site is very easy to use. You want to eliminate the steps. Because users are always on the go. They're using this moment to make decisions. You don't want to have a very complicated mobile site. Here, we have a lot of tricks to make sure you want to implement a one-click functionality, you want to design efficient forms, and you want to provide alternatives to finish the transaction if you had to ask somebody to enter all the password or mobile credit card information. So mobile payment is changing the landscape because it's making users to make the transaction a lot faster, a lot more efficiently. So here's just a set of tools that Google have developed to help you create the best possible mobile experiences. And here I list about 4 of them. One is like how Google help you to evaluate UI and optimize your site and design different widgets and increase your page speed. And finally, we have a program to certify your partners. Last thing, experiments. Once again, this is my game. Control experiments. Econometricians have been doing this forever. Right now, all the internet companies, or small companies, big ones, are spending a lot of time building this experiment infrastructure. This is a very simple example. If Google want to show the ads, we can have yellow background, blue background, the green background. How do I know which one's the best? Very simple. You divert 1% of the traffic to experiment and holding 99% as control group, and then you compare the difference, then you find the best decision. So even in 2011, I think we have internal statistics. We find out there are 1,000 experiments running simultaneously in Google. We do this for all our products and all our design decisions, and even algorithm changes. So experiment is really a paradigm of the tech world. Advertising, of course, Google is based. Google, actually, I call my Alphabet now these days because, I'm actually officially belong to Alphabet, not Google. Relatively relevant advertising is very, very important. You want to connect your company with consumers that with product services with the right message at the right place at the right time. This is especially important for SMBs because SMBs are not like big CPGs. You can spend a lot of money on TV or billboards or on newspaper magazines these days. The digital world actually provides the perfect opportunity to really target the right people in your niche world. First, you want to get on Google, probably. So Google have this thing called Google My Business. You can go to this link, and you can put your business information there, and Google will make it a lot easier to serve the consumers during the search, during the map, or during the Google+. So consumers can find you easily. This is a free option. Second, I don't know how many of you have used the Google AdWords. Google AdWords actually, it's pretty large, complicated, and because we know SMBs don't really have a lot of time or expertise to do that, we have this option called AdWords Express. So all you need to do right now is select your audience, write 3 lines about your business, and set your budget. No keywords to choose, no ongoing maintenance. Google trying to make this a lot easier for, what we call a small business and a mom and pop stores. And we also provide a lot of different formats and dynamic ads to make it easier. For example, we have a call-outs or click-to-call, because everybody's on mobile these days. If you have a plumber, you're a locksmith, you can make click-to-call as a big option for users to find a small business. We also have many other formats to help a lot easier for SMBs to advertise. That's just a search world. In the display world these days, we also offer many different kind of imagery ads, and the email-sponsored promotion ads, and TrueView ads, and Livebox ads. This is various different ads in the display world to push your brand to the users you want to reach. Finally, the last point, insightful measurement. Measure for value based on unique customer interactions. Here, you really want to develop some kind of metrics to find out who you reach to and how they interact with you. Google Analytics actually have a lot of capabilities these days to track leads, track the calls, and one of the unique sort of position we have is that you can actually track users across many devices using the user IDs. So we can find out how users switch different devices and also move from online to offline. And these kind of metrics really help you to figure out how effectively advertising are. Finally, go global. So I'm not sure you guys heard about this term called micronationals. We know multinationals, but these days we call micronationals. These actually are medium-sized companies who are able to reach the global audience using the digital platform. In the old days, this is almost it's impossible, right? You have to be multinationals, have offices all over the world to operate there. But with the internet, you don't need this anymore. This is just like a little example called Revolve. So Google these days, we provide a lot of global kits to help you to translate these websites to 20 different languages. Not only that, we also provide many different assistants other than local language websites. We have ad campaigns, mobile apps, local payment, and local support. All these toolkits is trying to help you to cross the border to reach as many export countries as possible. So any of the SMBs, if you're interested in these functions and features, you should reach your local sales team in Google, and I'm sure you can get the help you want. Anyway, that's my last word, and thanks for everybody, and thank you.